Well, hello from a long time ago there, Muttley's fans. Kind of a shop update, what I'm going to be doing very much next. In any case, if you look over here, I now have a propane wall heater, fully functional, an internet clock. I think all that stuff was moved over. I now have a proper air compressor, and I'm going to be installing all the fittings. I just laid out all the pipe. And let's see, the dog is not quite 3 years old. She'll be 3 in late April. Working on my forever Daytona project, but I've made plenty of headway. The Lotus is waiting for that one to be done. For the dual carbs, they're all installed, everything's ready to go. I just need to fit it, and the exhaust is sitting back here. I got a subframe for the other moke body, that's the front one, but I need a rear one, and I need all the parts to at least get the thing rolling, if that's what I want to do. But what's coming up next, and I've done a whole bunch of work in the last, since I've owned the place. This is the parts for the rear brake assembly for my Ford E150, which I'm way late on and really owe you guys a video. I'm actually using my old Sony Handycam, but it will be fine for what I'm doing. And I'll edit this. I've been working on here, it's the tachometer that's the tricky part. You have to reverse the direction, which means you had to change the silk screen, and you had to change the gear to get rid of the reverser gear. And there's actually a company in Iowa that does that, believe it or not. And then I'm struggling to get the right switches or the LEDs to do my left turn signal. I need auto flashing LEDs. And this has a left turn signal and a right turn signal and has a horn button. And I think that's it. Does it have anything else? Lights. Yeah, lights and horn and left and right turn signal. The lights per se are easy to do, although this is positive ground. As long as they're isolated, that's fine. It's the turn signal LEDs that are causing me grief, and I'll be working on that in the next few days. Why is the wheel off? Well, that's a magnesium wheel, but I had to get the wheel, they call it arcing the wheel, and it turns out that in the years since I started this project, there's a company that will do it, and they match the curvature of the drum on the outside, which is the inner hub, and there's two, remember this is a 4-leading shoe, to the curve of the brake shoes, so that when you stop it, you are making full contact in all areas as much as possible. And that's a tricky little thing to do. And I had to take off the tires, ship this thing, which was a nightmare. And they did it. They're a company in Southern California somewhere, I forgot where, and they did a nice job. Here, I actually have to have this strut which holds the fairing float, and it's using oil-like bronze bushings so that it can rotate freely, because the fairing stays still while the steering wheel moves. Let's see if I can zoom out any. No, I'm all the way zoomed out. And then I had to have this laser cut and fabricated and powder coated, the holder for the two instruments, which was a lot of work. But and then I just have a through rod to hold the back brace. There's the back piece, and I've been experimenting with cutting out. That looks like I cut that out too far, but in fact no, I didn't. But I have to get this tube that slides in from the fairing bracket into that tube down there shorter, so that the fairing seats back properly. Anyway, enough said on that. In addition to replacing the brakes, I'm going to do the bearings on the drive shaft. Apparently, according to the last guy, they were vibrating a bit, and I think I can feel it, but why not replace them? I also have to replace the gator, which I've had in my hands for about 3 years, for the shifter column, mine is completely roached. I know how to do it, it's not that hard. And then replace some of the bulbs on the instrument panel, which is actually pretty hard to do on the E150, but I'll be showing all that. Okay, with all that, well, I spent the afternoon trying to clean up, straighten up, vacuum, move things out of the way. That blue barrel, I'm moving that out. I stuck all the seats from my new-to-me Chevy Venture, which are now in that very corner. You can just see the top of it to get them out of the way. Zoom out.